just got this C300 in for the first time, new vehicle. It's just in for a general maintenance service, and just gonna do the inspection and everything on the car like normal. Just engine oil and filter change and the dust filter. But there's a lot of debris up here I see. It looks like water settled there for a while. So I always do this normally, but just to clean out the drains here so you don't get water buildup in the car. So I do that, check over all the fluids. I have it hooked up to the battery charger right now because it's got the yellow battery warning on the instrument cluster, which with it being yellow, normally it just means that the battery's low and it needs a thorough charge cycle or to be driven. That's the message I'm talking about. If it's red, that means the battery's bad. And if it's yellow, it can mean it's going out. Is it 2019? I think 2020 maybe. And it might just need a thorough recharge. So that's what we're trying first. It's been hooked up for about an hour doing a charge cycle. But while that's going, I'm going to start on the inspection in the engine bay, lift it up, see if there's anything concerning on the bottom, and then start on the service. Okay, just looking over everything in the engine bay here. Gonna get this air ducting out for a second. Get a little bit better access. Okay, so just looking for any oil leaks or anything broken or missing out of place. These pipes crack a lot. That one looks okay. They'll always trigger a check engine light if they're broken or cracked. No coolant anywhere. No fluid in the undershields or nothing like that. The coolant was a bit low, so I just topped it off a little bit. Don't really see anything. This is on backwards. That annoys me. It's getting an oil change anyway, so I'll leave that off. And some coming around to this side, don't really see anything worth addressing. There's 53, I think it was, 1,000 miles on this car. 50 something, I think it was 53. That clip is broken. Not that it matters at all, but let's see, coming around to the back side, don't really see anything. I will check this harness to see if there's oil in it. It's really common for these engines. There's a little valve on the bottom of the block that leaks oil, and it seeps through the wiring and gets into everything. So this is the computer for the engine, and it will eventually make its way here. So I'm just going to check the main connector for the engine and see if there's any oil in it. Let's see. No, it looks dry to me. See down in all the pins. Nope, everything looks dry on this one. That doesn't mean there's not oil in it, but at least it's not to the computer yet. So I don't see anything up here. Everything looks good so far. All right, so first thing I was noticing whenever I was filling up the tires, this tire has a bubble in the sidewall here. You can see that. The cords have ruptured on the inside and it's bulging the rubber out. I noticed the same thing back here. This is a run flat, so it's a lot thicker, so I don't know if I'll be able to depict that to you or not. You can see the tiniest bulge there, but really from the front here, you can see the way it's swelled up and how the tread, not the tread, but the rubber on the sidewall is almost, it looks like it's dry rotting, but it's only in that one spot where the rubber's stretching out so much because there's a bubble there. So at some point they hit probably a pretty aggressive pothole on the left side. And yeah, both the rear tires are run flats and both the fronts are not. And this, so this is a Michelin, Pilot Sport All Season 4. And this is a Nitto something something. So mismatched tires, so the tread's different. And this one's mounted inside out. That's supposed to be on the inside, not on the outside. So needs a little bit of tire work. And with these wheels with the tires being bubbled, I would imagine the wheel would probably be bent a bit with it, say, hitting something that hard. I haven't test driven it yet. I'm going to do that afterwards. I always do that first, but it's raining so bad outside, and I waited like 30 minutes or an hour while the battery was charging, and it's still raining, so I just gave up, and I'm doing the inspection and service now. So I don't know what it feels like out on the road yet. Just going to look over all these suspension bushings. None of these ball joints are torn. Everything looks good. All-wheel drive, so front axles, they look fine. The shock's not leaking. The sway bar end link and that upper ball joint boot looks good from here. This inside brake pad, I'll have to look with a mirror. This tire tread's pretty low, like 10% life left on it. You can see how close it is to the wear bars. And then the outside pad looks good. Same with this side, all the ball joints and bushings. Nothing tearing or cracking. The strut looks good. Everything on this side as well. This tread's a lot thicker, but you would replace tires in pairs anyways. That brake pad looks the same as the other side. Oh, that's a pretty healthy leak coming there. Let's see. Oh, the front differential. Just looking for any other leaks before I check that one out. No, that seems like it's the only one. Yeah, you can see how much oil there is there on this heat shield. Come on. Here, all this oil residue. And there's a seal in there that leaks. And with it being on the differential, that axle spins, so it slings it everywhere. You can sort of see a sling pattern there on the side of the engine block. That's where all this oil is coming from. It's just an O-ring, but to get it off, of course, you have to take this front drive shaft out and the exhaust loose and all this stuff to get the drive shaft out, to get the pinion housing off to replace the O-ring on that dip housing. There's a lot of oil too on the bottom of this engine, as if it would be like a rear main oil leak. But it's the same sort of texture looking as the gear oil, so... And this stuff is slung so many places. I would just do the differential leak first, and of course I clean off any leak after I fix the source. So I would start with replacing that O-ring and clean off all this oil, refill the differential with any oil that it lost, and then go from there on the next service or next year or whatever. If you look at the engine and it's oily again, then you can know that you have an additional leak. As far as the rest of the engine goes, nothing concerning. Transmission looks good. Yeah, it's good all the way back. No leaks from the transfer case area. This rubber disc looks good. They crack apart a lot, but with age, this isn't very old. The rear one is worse to do it than the front, but this one looks great. No cracks there at all. Rear axle boots look good, and the rear differential looks good. All these suspension bushings. Nothing to be concerned with back here. The shock is nice and dry, it's not leaking. Let's see these rear brakes. Oh, this rear tire is real low. About as low as the front, 10%, maybe less. This middle has just about had it. This one has too. So all the tires are even except for that front right one that must have been replaced at some point by itself. Let me see if I can get an eye on these pads. That looks good. I'll check these pads too with a mirror. That inside one looks, no, it looks healthy, but I'll stick a mirror in there to get a good visual on it to make sure it's good and there's no issues with the caliper. This side, same way. Shock looks dry. All these bushings look fine everywhere. No tears on anything. And this brake also. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so the only thing concerning on the whole car is this front differential leak and the tires. See, if I would recommend anything, it would be, for one, fixing this leak before you burn up the differential, and replacing all the tires and readjusting the wheel alignment, and also checking for bends, obviously. I do that anytime I do the balancing, so whenever you replace the tires and balance them, I always check for bends, which I would expect there to be some, but other than that, just basic upkeep and one oil leak, and the rest of the car looks in perfect condition. So I'll start draining the oil now while it's still hot, and get the filter changed, the new cabin filter in, and then it'll be good to go.